Hey, hello everybody, it's Kukuli here from Vivoki, and I'm very excited today because I'm going to present to you guys the API 2.0 that we just released. I just wrapped up an iOS demo app to show you guys what it's all about. So the API 2.0 is a difference with the API 1.0 in the way that the API 1.0 we used to work with OAuth 2.0, which means that developers have to have their own website, and they have to allow users to click, and then it will jump to another page that belongs to Vivoki server with a QR code, and users have to use their own apps, their own phones to basically scan that QR code and scan their chip to allow them to log in, and the developers have to have a server ready to receive the notification from our server on the back end. And it's actually pretty cool. It is working and it's amazing. But the API 2.0 allows for way better interaction. So now we are going to be allowing developers to create their own native apps for Android and iPhone. And from within their apps, they can just click and they can scan a chip and immediately get access to the user's information that can identify the users. So I prepared a little demo app and I want to show you guys how it looks like. So here's the demo app right there. It's not this Vivoki, it's the next one over there. It's just a sample, doesn't have an icon or anything. And I'm just gonna go ahead and open it and show you guys what it is. So the whole idea is that you're gonna get a user ID, a member ID, when they scan, so you can identify who is who. Right, and I have some other stuff over here that I'm going to show you guys in a bit. So what I prepared down here is actually a couple of chips. These chips I have in this container so I don't lose them. They're Spark 2 chips, and I have 3. So one doesn't have an account, the other one has a little demo account, and I have another one with another demo account that is also linked to a Spark 1 chip, but I don't have a Spark 1 chip, so I'm using these demo cards. It's the same chip as the Spark 1. So one has 2 chips, one has 1 chip, and one has not an account, so nobody has claimed that. So let's go ahead and check out what happens if I try to set some data or get some data over here. So if I push this button, set value for key, it says get a challenge first, and if I click get value for key, it says get challenge first. Because the way that this API works is that you have to have a user little package over there just prepared and saved, and you use that information to get to do the interactions with the server. Each developer has its own key, so the information that you're gonna get is very unique to you. So let's go ahead and get the challenge, and automatically it will show this pop-up over here. Users can scan their chip, and in this case this chip has not been claimed by anybody, so it's an empty result over here. No result, no message. Alright, hold on, time out. I forgot to mention one thing that is very important. This tag ID over here that I put on this demo app is just there to show you that the chip that you're scanning. Just for that. You should never ever use that to identify a person at all. You should not even save it on your database or nothing. These can be read by any reader, they can be cloned, they can be copied, they can be emulated. They're not safe to use. You should always look for the member ID result over here as a message. That is what you can use as a identification for a user all the time. Vivoki chips perform an encryption. They're cryptographically authenticated and proven by our servers, and that is the safest way that you can use them. Never ever use that over here, okay? All right, back to the video. So let's go ahead and check what happens if you scan an actual chip with an account. This one has a little demo account. And as you can see over here, it returns member ID and a very long string of numbers and letters. And this is basically the identification for this chip ID for this member. And these identifications are for the account of Vivoki. So if a user has multiple chips, it will basically return the same member ID for that chip. Now these member IDs, they are different for each one of the developer's keys. So if there's another developer that makes a different app, the same person scans their chip on that different app, they're gonna receive a different member ID. So that way it's way more secure. Now you can use this member's ID data to put it in your database, and you can identify a person. It's just like a social security number, a phone number, a date of birth, and all that not safe information to identify somebody. Now let's go ahead and scan another chip. This one has the Spark 1 and Spark 2. And as you can see over here, it says D8E21. That's the identification for this member. And yeah, that's how you identify them. Now, not all the time you're gonna be able to put this whole string inside your database, so you can, you know, check who is who. So in those cases, we allow instead of asking you to create a bridge within your app and create another database and whatever, we are allowing the developers to actually save information in VivoKey servers to you know, help them identify the person. So let's say you have an account number, and you know, I don't want to work with that string over here. I really don't care for that string. I just want the scan to give me my account number on my database. We can totally do that now with this key value storage. So we're gonna have to set up a value, let's say account number. It's just an example, right? And we're gonna set a value for maybe 007. And let's say I'm trying to get the account number, so account number. So if I try to get the account number right here, you're gonna see there's a success, because the server did understood that you wanted to get a value for this key, but we don't have nothing, so basically it's empty right there. We have to set it up first, so let's go ahead and set it up. It says success up there. Now we're gonna get it, and as you can see, 007, we got this member ID for the 007. Now let's go ahead and change the user. And let's see, is this the user? Is this the user? Yeah, this is a different one. Okay, this is a different user. So if I try to get the number for this user, the account number, obviously nothing right there. So I can set a different account number for this user, 004, success, and I can read it, and now I get 004. And if I scan a different chip, let's say this Spark 1 that I haven't scanned yet, I scan it over here, and you can see a Spark 1 because the tag ID starts with E0. And let's get the account number, and you can see it's 007 because it was on the same account that the Spark 2 chip that registered the 007. You can also add some more information. Just an example, I'm just going to add a color. So for this user with the 2 chips, I'm going to do color blue, and just save the data right there. And over here we're going to get the data as color. Bam, there you go, you get blue. So you can actually store more information than just the account number. There we go. No, account number there. So you see, we can still get the account number, and you can get the colors. Now let's go ahead and change the user over here, and just scan that thing right there. And this one has an account number 004, and we are gonna save some color for maybe black. So if I try to get some data before I save the color key, there you go, it's nothing. So save the color and then read it, and it will be stored there for, you know, for the developer to be able to pull that data out. And when you don't need access to this anymore, you can just clear that variable, you know, set it to nil, and then that's it. You are not going to be able to have any more success. It's going to tell you to get the challenge first. So that's pretty much how it works. It's actually pretty cool, and you can link that to your database however you like. One thing though, we don't encrypt the data that you send to us. We just store it the same way that you send it to us, and we give it back the same way that you send it to us. So we recommend that you do your encryption and before sending it, and then you can get exactly the same data that you send us, and you can decrypt it and use it in your database if you have some type of personal or private information that you don't want, you know, just to be stored in somewhere else. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this app. You can get the app, the source code for this app is in our GitHub repo. And I'm gonna be on the next video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to prepare this, basically an iOS app for this, because there's a couple of steps if you have never worked with Core NFC and stuff, to show you how to use the library. So it's basically just a plugin that you just put in your code, and we manage everything, all the encryption and the chip and the transmission servers and all that stuff. So it's actually pretty cool, pretty easy to implement. And I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that on the next video. So thank you guys for watching, and I can't wait to see what you guys can do with this API. Thank you. Bye.